What's going on, everybody? Critical Right back here again, and today was the date for Mayans episode 2 of season 1. Last week I reviewed the first episode, and it seemed like y'all really enjoyed that one because it's over 400 views. So here I am making the second one, and I will reviewing the second episode, and I will reviewing all 10 episodes in this season. And if they have a second season, which I'm sure that they might, I will be reviewing that too. Also, if you haven't, checked out any of my other review series, right now, currently on Sunday nights, I'm reviewing HBO's original season 2 of The Deuce. Hopefully you guys like that one, and if you don't know what that one is, check it out and see if it's something that you might be interested in. It's not for everyone. But anyways, guys, let's get back to this review. This show, if you don't already know, the main character is played by J.D. Pardo, and he plays Ezekiel Reyes, or Ez, which is EZ, but they kind of call him, it sounds like they call him Easy, so Easy is his nickname. This episode was directed by Norberto Barba. I hope I said his name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. And this episode was written by Kurt Sutter, who, if you don't already know, is the creator and writer and plays Otto, all in Sons of Anarchy. And if you don't know, this is a spin-off of Sons of Anarchy and takes years later after Sons of Anarchy ended. This episode, the basic synopsis for it is when the rebels kidnap Galindo's son, he tasks the club to get answers and find his son on the U.S. side of the border. And that's the basic synopsis for this one. I enjoyed last week's episode, if you watched my review, and a lot of you, some of you commented and agreed with me that, it's not the best. They focused on so much of the story that we didn't really get to know any of the characters. They were, so focused on driving this in-depth plot in the very first episode and introducing so many possibilities and storylines that they didn't focus on the characters. Well, in this episode, I'm glad that they, took it back. They stepped it back a little bit. They focused on one of the, two of the main plot lines, but at the same time, they focused more on the characters. We got to see them riding more together, doing tasks, chasing people down. And I really like that. That's what made Sons of Anarchy, and that's what will make this show, is if they just, involve the characters. Because these characters, they're not good guys, and it's a hard thing to make you love, care and what happens to bad guys or outlaws. Because they're not good people at all. They're criminals. So when you have a whole show based around criminals and, you have to care for them and you have to be worried about whether or not they succeed or whatnot, and you root for them, that's a hard task to do. And that's what made Sons of Anarchy so well, because you cared for these characters that you knew they were evil. Some of them were evil and some of them were not as evil as other people, but still bad. But yet you wanted them to win in the long game. You wanted them to succeed and just win overall. And this episode, it really took a step back, and I loved it because, they involved the characters. And now I get more sense of the dynamic. Their club is totally different from the Sons of Anarchy, and it should be. They are actually in the drug game, so of course they're going to show people doing drugs, which I thought was interesting when they went to their MC, the clubhouse, and they were walking around at that party. You got to see someone light a pipe, and that never happened in the other club. So that's the different dynamic of everyone. But, it's still hard, and, you live by the club, you die by the club. That type of mentality. And I don't know, this episode to me was a lot better than last week's episode. They focused on my main problem that they had in the first episode, and if they keep this up, this could be a really good show. It's already a decent show, and this episode made it even better for me because I got to see more of the characters. They developed out more of the characters. And I know I keep talking about them developing out the characters, but that's the main thing about this show. If you've seen Sons of Anarchy or you watch this one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, you have really good storylines and writing and acting, because the acting is phenomenal in this, and the directing, the cinematography, all of this, everything in the show is perfect for a great show, just like Sons of Anarchy was. it's the key thing is they had to build up the characters, and that's what it looks like they're going to be doing in the next couple episodes, and hopefully throughout this season. So that way, when they want to do even more in-depth and challenging storylines that they set it up for, they can, and you would actually care about them. Because last week, the only one that they really, developed out was Easy, and even that was limited. But in this one, you got to see more about Angel and how they acted, and Cece, I think that's his name. And Alvarez, shockingly, I didn't ever think Alvarez was going to be a main character in this. I thought he was just going to be like a cameo, but the past 2 episodes, he has been in it for a good amount of screen time, so I'm thinking he might be, kind of more involved in this group than I thought, because he's Northern Cali, because they're 2, factions. You have Northern California Mayans and Southern California. It follows the Southern California's MC, but, and he's in the Northern one. But it looks like he's going to be showing up more. So, I like that. I like the Alvarez characters in Sons of Anarchy, and I like him in this one. We also got to see more on Galindo, who is the leader of the cartel that they work for. And we got to learn more about his past, which I liked. Everything about this episode was it was a great episode, in my opinion. Is it as good as Sons of Anarchy? No, it hasn't hit that point yet. But I can honestly say this is probably up there with some of Sons of Anarchy's slower episodes. Which, as an introduction, to me, they should have focused more on the characters in last week's episode and continued in this one. But also in this one, they could have introduced more of the, heavy storylines that they are introducing and wanting to follow. So, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought this was a step in the right direction. If they keep this up, they're going to have the characters that they need for, just like they had in Sons of Anarchy, you have to build up the characters. And if they keep this up, of course, we're going to start to care about them. And yeah, it's not Sons of Anarchy, and it's not fair to keep comparing them. But in the same, sense, it kind of is. It's in the same world. It's the same type of show. Just different club. And different mindsets and stuff like that. And we did get a cameo from someone in Sons, and, you'll probably recognize him when you see him. And I did not expect him to show up at all. But I'm glad that I got a huge smile on my face when he showed up, because he was always funny in Sons, and I liked seeing his face in this one. So, yeah, overall, I really did enjoy the second episode of The Mayans. And I am looking forward to the 3rd episode. And like I said, I will be reviewing every single episode. And also check out my other reviews and unboxings and gameplays and podcasts and stuff like that on this channel. And I hope that you guys are enjoying all of my content. If you are, comment down below and let me know what you think of everything. Or maybe how I can improve it. But yeah, I'm going to give Mayans episode 2 of season 1. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. I really did enjoy this episode. I know last week I gave the lowest score of any TV show or episode that I've ever given. But this one, it really redeemed itself. It really kept me in it, and I liked the characters even more. So yeah, hopefully they keep this up. Like I said, comment down below and let me know what you guys think of this show. If you agree with me, if you don't. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Hopefully you're enjoying my reviews. Maybe y'all don't think it's getting to the right place that it needs to be, but I personally think it is. And let's talk about it down in the comments. Also, if you have any other TV shows that are coming on or that are airing that you want me to review, let me know in the comments. I will check any show out once. I'll give anything a watch. Movies, TV shows, anything I watch once, I'll try it out. If you want a review for it, just let me know. And in October, I'm going to be reviewing The Walking Dead, because that starts back up, and I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. I'm curious on where they take this season, since Andrew Lincoln's apparently leaving the show. So yeah, lots to come. Lots of good TV shows, lots of good reviews, stuff like that. I'll probably do a podcast on Walking Dead leading into this season, talking about with people what their expectations are, how they think they're going to handle Rick's character, stuff like that. And yeah, guys, in the description I have links to my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages. You can click on over there for updates on my personal life, things I'm working on, things I'm not, thinking about doing. If like I'm watching Iron Fist right now, I might talk about it over there on social media. Who knows? I also give away digital copies over there for certain things if I already have it. You know, you never know what I might give away, what I might talk about over there. So follow me on all that, and if you want to message me on Instagram, and because you have ideas and stuff like that, message me on Instagram. I will reply to you, and I'll talk to anyone. But yeah, also, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button because it really does help me out. Also, share it with all your friends, family, everyone that you know, and even people that you don't know, because I'm really trying to build this channel up and bring you the best content I can. And I appreciate you guys who are sticking with me and are liking my content and helping grow my channel, because this is what I want to do, and I want to bring you guys happiness and knowledge, and let you know what's good, and if I don't agree with it, and just talk to you guys. I want to just get to know you guys. So yeah, share it, comment, like, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. And check out, like I said, check out the rest of my reviews reviews for the rest of this season of Mayans. It's just gonna be a wild ride. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.